I definitely saw teaching as something that I could return to as an open door, but my interest in Arctic science and the polar world, that was something that I felt like I needed to act on at a younger stage of life, something that maybe couldn't wait, and I could always get back into teaching. When you're in ice, you need to be able to see for miles in every direction to see where the sort of openings in the ice are and the path of least resistance to follow. What I'm doing now is very technically oriented versus what I was doing before was much more kind of entirely social, and I was teaching an art subject, whereas now I'm having to think much more about machines and science, and that was kind of part of the appeal, honestly, was the chance to diversify myself and to kind of explore some things I'd never had the chance to think about or to work on before.
In most of the world's oceans, the ocean actually sits in all these different layers of temperature and salinity. And this is what it looks like up in the Arctic Ocean, where you have this warm water sitting right at the surface because it's in contact with the atmosphere. So
I thought it was really interesting how all the engineers and the people who just like steered the ship, they had such different jobs, but they both worked together to come up with the same outcome, which is controlling the ship, which is huge, as you can see, and it takes a lot of effort and work to put all of that work together, along with the scientists who I talked to before, who talked about all the convection cells and helping with climate change in the Arctic and the Antarctic.
I think that it would be good for them to see the area in which they live, the Pacific Northwest, the Seattle metropolitan area, as one that's really connected to the Arctic, and people in Seattle may think of that as a pretty different world, but in fact we're the jumping off point for Alaska and the Arctic. And not only that, the icebreakers that go down to Antarctica are also located here, so a sense of connection between the place in which they live and a part of the world that's at the focus of a lot of political attention, a lot of environmental attention, is something they can feel a sense of ownership of after today.